Hello, welcome to the Gunpla Network. I'm Zeta Kai, and I've been in this hobby for a long time. And over the years, I found it necessary to get a little help when doing intricate work, like maybe putting waterslide decals on a small kit like this, real grade Zeta. I don't know if it's because I've been in the hobby so long and I'm getting older, or maybe I've spent too many nights in the dark staring at my phone, waiting for those pre-orders to drop from Japan, or maybe it's just poor genetic material. Whatever the case, I've had to bring in reinforcements for minute detail work. You may be familiar with something like this. These are called helping hands, little magnifying glass on a stand. Some people use magnifying visors or magnavisors, which look really cool, by the way. Whatever you use a magnifying glass like this, and then you can see smaller pieces like that to do this intricate work, like waterslide decals, painting up small pieces, panel lining, or maybe just assembling a kit with very small pieces like the real grade Zeta. But we wanted to introduce to you a brand new tool that's available for our hobby that may help mitigate the tiredness your eyes feel when you're staring at a kit like this for a long time. And that's this. This is the new Godhand Mega Magnifying Glass Lens. And Godhand was very kind and sent us along a pre-production sample for us to take a look at and show to you. Now, I've been using it for the past week and a half, and I love it. And I think it's a bit of a game changer, and I'll explain why. But first, let's take a look at what you get if you buy the Mega Magnifying Glass. Okay, so opening it up, first of all, in the box, you see that kanji literally translates to tired. And I think that's a reference to how your eyes aren't going to get as tired if you use this product. We'll talk about that a little bit more in a moment. So first, let's get it out of the box. Everything is well packaged. Everything is protected. As you would expect, it's going to survive the trip from Japan with no problems. A little bag around the lens and some tissue paper around the lens itself. And you have a beautiful, pristine, concave lens. And then you have the support stand in its own bubble wrap. Pop it out of that and open it up, and everything's out of the box and ready to go. Assembly is super duper easy. It is a magnet. No tools required. You just take and click this very, very strong magnet in, and you're done. And as I mentioned, it's very strong. Let's do a little test. You'll see it's not coming out anytime soon. The lens is amazingly clear. The fidelity of your field of vision through it is amazing. And it spins 360 degrees on that little swiveling magnet joint. It's very large. Here's a standard high grade to compare it with. The lens is 130 by 200 millimeters, which is about 5 by 7 3/4 inches. So a very large lens to look through. You also notice there was a little card in there. That's the warranty card, and it translates to the fact that this is warranted for 1 year after purchase, which is nice. Something you would expect from a premium product like this. So it's all metal construction. If you want to disassemble it to put it away, just as easy as putting it together, pop it off the magnet, fold up the hinge, and it's compact and ready to be stowed until its next use. Speaking of use, let's talk a little bit about how this compares to something you might be using already. So here's our little helping hands again. And let's say you're trying to do some detail work on this Mando figure art. So first of all, you'll see how my camera's kind of struggling to keep it in focus as I move it. I have to be very precise in where I'm moving the figure to keep it in focus. And that's kind of what your eyes are doing. Is you move around in something very small like this, your eyes are constantly adjusting and readjusting more than they would be normally when you're looking at something. You also notice here that the field of vision is very small. I have to keep moving the figure around to certain parts if I want to paint different parts of it, bring it into focus, and the corners are all, the edges are all distorted. Now compare that to the Mega Lens, and you'll see a vast difference. So the Mega Lens is huge. It takes up everything that the camera can see right here, and wherever you move that figure, it's kind of always in focus. My camera's not struggling to focus on it no matter where I move it, forward and back, and side to side. You have that giant field of vision, no distortion around the edges. Wherever you feel like you need to move the figure, in order to paint or add detail, you just move it and you don't have to worry about, wait, is it in focus? Can I see what I'm doing? Oh, I can only see like this very, very little window. It's very hard for me to express this via the camera because cameras and human eyes work a little differently, but I think this encapsulates it here. You can see just this small little circle of the little aegis there, and wherever I go, everything kind of gets distorted and moved around, and it's zoomed in and zoomed out. But with the mega lens, it doesn't matter. First of all, everything pops into sharp relief wherever I go, and it doesn't matter if I'm far away or close up, it stays in focus. And it doesn't matter if I move side to side, the image is clear and crisp. It doesn't get distorted on the edges, and you have that giant field of vision in order to work on your model kits or whatever you're working on. And I think that's what sets this apart from pretty much anything else you're gonna find. One other neat little thing you can do with it is, because you can see things from so far away, you can add it to your display. For instance, you might have all these small little kits like this. You've done a lot of detail work. They have a lot of small pieces, and no one can really see it unless they get very, very close. Well, not so with this. You can add this to your display and make those details pop out from farther away. People don't have to get right up on your model kits to be able to appreciate the details. Let's talk a little bit about care. If your lens gets smudged or dirty, don't use alcohol to clean it. It's very simple. If it gets smudged or dirty, just get a cloth or maybe some microfiber like this and wipe it down and clean it up nice, bring it back to its original glory. One other thing to note is direct sunlight. This is a giant lens, so direct sunlight through it can be dangerous, I guess. If you let it sit in the sun for too long, it would be a giant colony laser and you could annihilate things that you're not intending to catch on fire. So be careful with direct sunlight. Don't let the lens sit next to a window in direct sunlight for hours. So wrapping up my thoughts on this product, I think this is an amazing product. I think that if you do a lot of detail work, if you do a lot of model kit building like I do, this will help you to reduce the fatigue on your eyes. When you're staring and you're focusing for so long, and especially when you're doing those little detail work pieces, you don't have to worry about maintaining your focus or keeping it in a certain area. Your whole workspace is magnified and it's very clear. There's no distortion. And I think this is an amazing product. It is a premium product. It is very well built. It's going to last forever. And I think you should check it out. As always, everyone, thanks for watching. Stay subscribed to the Gunpla Network for more reviews like this of tools and figures and kits. And as always, keep on building.